Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon. Good evening, wherever you might be. Welcome to Live Noodles. It's been a long time. Probably I had hair back then. Thanks so much for tuning in, and thank you to my Jedi Josh for moderating the chat today. I am super excited to show off this trumpet to everyone, and this is just an astonishing instrument. If you haven't tuned into Live Noodles, this is the basic premise of said Live Noodles. You can say hello, let me know where you're from, chime in on lots of things like, hey, what about playing this song? What about playing this song? And if I know them, I'll try to play them. Primarily today's emphasis is this new trumpet here. This is the newest prototype from Adams, and it is astonishing. So we actually have a name for it, and we are launching it at ITG, but I wanted to play it for you with a bunch of different mouthpieces and just show it off. So put a song request in the comments, and hopefully we can get them going. So hello, Croatia. That's awesome. You know, greetings and salutations from barbecue land here in Kansas City. So, hey, it's Tony. Happy Saturday morning, afternoon. I hope all is well and you're getting some sleep with the newborn, Ella. So, and then we've got the Netherlands, of course, home of the Adams trumpet. So let me tell you a little bit of story about how this trumpet came to be. Adams has been working on sea trumpet prototypes with a couple of the trumpet players in the Chicago Symphony. Now, they're still playing their Bachs, and I think they'll probably always play their Bach, that famous set of Bachs that Bud ordered from Mount Vernon. But they've been doing tremendous work with Neil developing the sea trumpets over the past few years. I don't play sea trumpet. So recently I did a favor for the factory, and they asked what I could have as a result. And I said, I'd love to buy, and I bought this, the B flat with all of the upgrades that the sea trumpets have. So they made this trumpet, and it's so incredible that we've decided to actually launch it in production. So post your comments, and Scotty Welch, how are you, my friend? Greetings. I'm excited about playing this horn. So let me switch mics and play just a little bit on the horn. Post your song requests in the comments if you can. Thanks. Switching mics now. To the talking mic. Stardust, that's always my favorite tune. Someone asked me this morning what was my favorite song, and that is always my favorite song. If you're asking about mouthpieces, I have 4 mouthpieces today to play. Charlie A2. Get your beverages ready. This mouthpiece is my Mount Vernon 1.25C, and it's in green acrylic. It's my primary day-to-day mouthpiece actually now. It's because Sean Jones came to the shop in September and like loved the Mount Vernon 125, and I was like, well, if Sean Jones could play it, I could play it. And I realized I'm not Sean Jones, but I love this mouthpiece. Yeah, so a little Charlier too. I have to, right? It's a prerequisite. So the great thing about this Adams trumpet, though, I will say, is that it can play any style that you want. You want to play lead trumpet, I'll do some clips of that. You want to play like a nice ballad like Stardust, or you want to play something more classically oriented, this trumpet will do it. And it's so versatile. Like, it just turns like instantly. It's almost like a sports car in terms of its flexibility in terms of playing. So without further ado, Charlier 2. Just kidding. It's been a while since I've actually played Charlier 2 because I haven't done one of these videos in a long time. In case you're wondering about the sound that you're hearing, this is not my Barkley mic. This is another ribbon mic that I use in the shop, but it's not my great Barkley mic, which is at my home studio. Shout out to Michael Barkley and his amazing mic. I should probably get another one for the shop. In fact, I think we might actually have one, but I didn't want to pull it out because it is new and I want to save it for the customer. So this horn will be launching at ITG. We've actually had a few prototypes already in the shop, and they've sold almost instantly to the people that played them. I got a few at the National Trumpet Competition, and they sold really quickly, super fast. Matt, hey Matt, play an original. Okay, I can play an original. Let me play, oh gosh, let me play one of the old chestnuts. So this is a song called 8-Pack. It's a long story I can't share online, but when I see you in person sometime, I'll give you the story. So here we go. Then you just burn. It's kind of like a burner. So there's a few clips of me playing that on the old YouTube's pre-shop. So Michael Barkley, there you go, my brother. So shout out to the best mic maker in the world. Sorry, I'm not using your mic for today. I've got to get one for the shop. So, you know, I actually started with I Hear a Rhapsody, so there's no reason for me to really play it again. But Kevin, thanks so much for your referral. I know that someone just came in, thanks to you. And we love all the referrals that you all give us, and we're so thankful for that. Yeah, so it's been a long time since Live Noodles. I hope you're enjoying it. I hope you're having a great Saturday. Hope you're going to the ITG conference out in Minneapolis. We're going to be very busy at ACB, at ITG. We have the following manufacturers' horns, which we're primarily taking control of. Of course, Adams will have a private room that will be working with Meal. Meal will be at the conference. our horns, the ACB horns. Kyle's going to have 2 or 3 horns from his Kansas City Trumpet Company. Let's see, we've got Schogel. So we're taking the Schogel horns for ITG. That's pretty cool. Getz and Edwards. We're going to be taking the Getz and Edwards trumpets. Martin Bemis trumpets. We're going to have those. Pudgy, I think, as well, and Thane, I think, as well. In addition to some other stuff that we have just lying around the shop. So it's going to be insane. So you want to definitely come out to ITG. So Richter, oh my gosh, Eddie. Eddie, oh my gosh, I'm in trouble. Here you go, Ed. Ready? On B flat. Let's see if I can do it. No. Just kidding. But Zach. How are you, Zach? So, oh, it's so great to see so many people here. And, you know, if I miss your comment, I'm sorry. Or if I miss your song request, keep posting it. It's not because I'm not trying to do lots of things. But, you know, stablemates for my brother, Michael Barkley. And, of course, I always ask this question. Do y'all know who the stablemates were? Now, Benny Golson wrote the tune, but he and Herb Pomeroy, one of my mentors, were the 2 stablemates. They used to play at this club in Boston all the time called the Stables. So there's your trivia for today. Anywho, so cool. Yes, ITG can be quite expensive, but if you're looking for an instrument in particular, it's what a better place to go. You're going to have almost every major manufacturer there. There are a couple elite manufacturers that don't go because I think they feel like they're better than ITG. But besides that, ITG is in Minneapolis this year. Last time it was in Minneapolis was 2011, and if I recall correctly, it was an amazing show. Yeah, it will be a really nice time. I'm actually, whoever's going to ITG, sign up for the baseball game. I'm going to go on Thursday night, I think, and we're going to play the national anthem at the Twins game. So how much better could it be? It could be better if we were playing at the Red Sox game, but anyways, yes, so let's see. Man, I really hope that I can come back to Brazil in the near future. That was one of the best weeks of my musical life. The love and just positivity, I've not really experienced that. Maybe very, very few places. Places like Chosenville, well, that's Ed's musical baby, but like where it's all just for music, and it's 100% dedicated for music. And I felt that in Brazil very much so. Just great. So, Don Cornelius. Well, I need to play Don Cornelius' song, right? He wanted this. have to admit that's not really one of my favorite songs. It makes me sad thinking about poor Clifford Brown. So, but anywho, also Benny Golson. So it could be Benny Golson Day. We could play Along Came Betty. Along Came Betty, by the way. Here's your next piece of jazz trivia. Along Came Betty was written for her Pomeroy's first wife, Betty. So there you go. So this horn is just an all-around. I'm going back to the trumpet. Of course, that's why, we're here. We think of Adams primarily as being jazz soloist horns. I think that's partially because the initial push into the trumpet marketplace was dominated by great jazz artists like, Christian Scott, Amik Guerra, Keon Harold, Dante Winslow, and the like. But Adams makes timpani. They make, tuned percussion. It's one of these things that it really is an easy thing for Adams to make a great classical instrument. If you have played their E-flats and their piccolos, their cornets, obviously euphoniums and tubas, and the trombones, people just really love them. And it's one of these things that I think a lot of people have a trepidation because they are used to the big two, Bach and Yamaha. And those are great horns. Played new Bach prototypes. They sent me a bunch of Bach prototypes when they were making the new V series. They were amazing. The new Yamaha trumpets are awesome. They're fantastic. But there's more than just those two horns, I think. And the thing about this horn is other than the finish, yes, of course, Adams is one of the few companies that does really amazing finishes. It's a tight wrap. You can see it's very reminiscent of like a New York Bach in terms of the closeness of the wrap. Very traditional bracing, nickel silver braces, which is very hard. They take a long time to set and cast. Dual tuning slide to lead pipe braces. One water key, traditional water key with just normal stop screw. What else? And there's really not much like visually that you see that goes, oh wow, that's so unique, that's so interesting. But I will tell you, playability wise, it is ridiculously centered. It's clean, it's crisp, it's got great core. And remember, this is a Mount Vernon 1 1/4 C, so it's a fairly large mouthpiece for me, but it does play up and down in the registers really, really well. So, hey Nicola, how are you? It's good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. We currently have 62 people watching. That's very fun. So it's been a long time. It's been a long, long time. There's your Harry James for the day. But the thing about it that's great, let me switch to the mic, how clean this horn is. Really great. Operator error is not included in the price of the trumpet. So one thing that it's really done, and I think this is a characteristic of a lot of the trumpets that have that maw piston in it. The Lotus, the AR Resonance. I know Kyle's building a horn with maw pistons. This does not have maw pistons. Adams makes their own pistons. And we've actually tried maw pistons in horns. And for the evenness that the maw piston has, and it does, it makes all the valve combinations feel really similar, in my opinion. You lose a diversity of your tonal color. You lose the ability to get really wide. You lose the ability to get really sparkly, I think, with a maw block. That's just my personal preference. That's why I don't play one. I'm tempted by them. Every time a Bima trumpet comes in, I'm like, this is the best for about 2 or 3 days, and then I go back to a normal traditional trumpet. So again, this is Live Noodles. We're talking about this prototype, which will be available. This one won't be available, but there will be, I think, 1 or 2 available at the show, and then we'll talk all about the ordering and pricing and all that then at ITG in a couple weeks. But Live Noodles, you can request a song, and hopefully I won't destroy it and butcher it. But please, I would love to play. This is a good test for me. It keeps me on my feet a little bit. But yeah, Vinny! So thank you. Armando, I got to play Armando's Rumba for Armando, of course. Been a while, sorry. It's been a while since I played that. Sorry, Armando. But so that is a little demonstration on this mouthpiece, which is Mount Vernon 1.25. I am playing some metal mouthpieces, but I've been taking daily Zyrtex, and it's actually far better. It still gets a little red in my chops, but the burning sensation has greatly diminished. Thanks to my friend on Facebook, Brandon Button, who told me about a study they did on his playing. Dalton, who's working in the shop. Dalton, thank you. I'll play at night in Tunisia, so I can do it this way. Ready? Just for Dalton. Oh, just kidding. So. Anyways. So Nick, thanks for tuning in. Have you tried roto and plate? I tried everything. And eventually what I think I have is not actually even though I am some sensitive to gold and silver still, it's actually not really an allergy, but it's more a vibration, a results of the vibration of your lips. And you buzz your lips when you play trumpet, so that's not so good. So the Zyrtec has helped a tremendous amount, because you can see, even when I play metal for a tiny bit, my lips get super red, but there's no burning right now, that's the big difference versus the acrylic. But, you know, to each their own. Salt peanuts, ugh. Vote dizzy. So you've tuned into Live Noodles. If you're just tuning in right now, thanks so much for taking your time out of your weekend. And we are super excited to be at ITG in a couple weeks, just a few weeks. It's crazy. And we're going to have a lot of stuff. So be sure, I think we have 6 or 7 tables in the main exhibit room, and of course the Adams private room that we're sharing with Adams. So be sure this new prototype will be there at ITG. Which is just fantastic. It's such a great horn. And one of the things that I just love about it is, like, you know, you put it up to your face and you go, what do I need to play? And it will go, okay, let's do it. Versus other horns that I've had in my past, there's always been some sort of limitation. Well, it's not wide enough, or it's not dark enough. Like if I play it like a nice ballad on this, check this out. Let me switch my mic. Can do it really nicely. But then if I wanted to play something more punchy, if I wanted to play something punchy and push it a little bit, and that's our custom reserve TAL Plus, and it's a really beautiful, I don't know if I'd be able to show it to you. Yeah, in front of my face, it might focus a little bit better. But it's a TA1 rim with just a commercial style cup. It really is poppy and bright and has tons of crispness to it. If you wanted to hear that sort of stuff, which lately I've just wanted to play ballads. But and that's the other cool thing, that this horn, I'm not really missing the wide-belled versions of horns that Adams makes. Now I have a great Copernicus in my personal collection. I have a beautiful custom 3 or 4 bell horn, which I think I might actually sell because I love this horn so much. So it's kind of cool. It's sort of taken away that. And if I want to play flugel, I can. But if I wanted to play super dark, I could put something in like my FX, and I get this. We're doing both. So Logan, thanks so much. So someone asked for Laura, one of my favorite songs. So everybody thinks Laura actually starts like this. But it doesn't. It actually just starts on the C sharp. So, yeah, John, there's something about the Adams horns. They're 500 plus horns back order, so they're really super popular because they were one of the few companies that actually delivered consistently during the pandemic. Most companies, of course, and it was the nature, got super pushed back ordered. Like some companies we work with, their wait times are 14 to 16 months for a horn, which makes it awfully hard to sell. Right now, Adams is about 550 horns back ordered. So they're pushed back a little bit in their time. So Logan, I already sort of did a little Harry James and said I wasn't going to do any more, but let me see if I can play something. Let me see. Let me think of it. Here's something close to Harry James. It's I'd like to take you on a slow boat to China. Hey, I'll be here all week. Tip your waitress, please. So, yeah, Michael's comments, definitely, it will fit. I'm not a classical trumpet player anymore, but if I wanted to play something, like, say I want to play Hindemith. It's been a long time since I've played Hindemith, so, but great. Green Dolphin Street, sure. And Robert, that 916, I think the 916 is probably one of the best valued trumpets in the world. That is such an incredible trumpet for the price. Is it this? I mean, this is probably going to be twice the price, just to give you a heads up, because you know what you paid for that horn. There's the thing about the one thing that I love that we do at ACB is that we have really great horns at all price points. So if a customer wants a horn for $1,500 new, that they will be really happy with and play a long time, you can get it. And if they want a horn that's $10,000, they can do that too. And I think it's really important to have confidence in what you're holding and knowing it's not holding you back personally. So Green Dolphin Street. My brain is sort of on empty at the moment. So, but again, thank you for everybody who's tuned into the live noodles. And it's just one of those things. It's just one of those things that I just love this horn so much. I wanted to make sure that we had a little teaser video. So you'll see that right here. Well, maybe you won't see. You'll see that it says custom series, but it's actually a different series that we're launching at Adams for this horn. This was a prototype, so they just engraved custom series on it. But the new series, and there's a few people that actually already have one who came to the shop and purchased one. You know what the series is, so they're probably not watching, so that's okay. They won't spill the beans. But just an amazing, amazing trumpet. So, oh yeah, Misty, look at me, I'm helpless. a little musty. So we would love for you to purchase via ACB as well. So you could call us anytime, 816-410-0826. You can email us. You can come to the shop. We encourage appointments, but we would love for you to just swing by. We have hundreds of amazing instruments and an awesome staff who will love taking great care of you. So, yeah, probably it's time for me to bid you all adieu. This was just a quick little happy thanks for all you do for ACB. Keep them coming. Keep our staff busy, which you're all doing very well. We are hiring. If you're in the Kansas City area, we have 3 positions open. Of course, we have sales, e-commerce, and logistical positions needed. So if you are in the Kansas City area, we'd love to have you submit an application and swing on by and work with us, because we have a good time. We can't just do live noodles all day, which means that I have to bring this to a close. But I wanted to say thanks to everybody who tuned in. You all are the best. See you at ITG, and then see you at the KC shop. But until then, keep on keeping on. So.